So I'm chasing a really annoying electrical issue with my son's BMW. While I was underneath checking the wires, I noticed it's got one of these fancy green earth straps. Pretty cool, must be super strong. Hello YouTubes, the story so far. This is my son's BMW 328i 2009, in case that matters. So we were on our way to vacation up north, cottage, blah blah blah. Son calls, car's broken down and it's full of the relatives on the highway, had to go and rescue him. Did a truck swap, he took the truck, I took his car, but I managed to nurse it off the highway because it was still running, it was just not idling above, it wasn't revving above like 1000 RPM. Anyway, there was a massive engine warning light on, not your usual engine warning light, this was massive, I'll show you, it's probably still doing it at the moment. And I figured it's still idling and it's kind of running okay, so maybe it's just low in oil. So I put some oil in it, seemed fine, got it home, topped it up to the level it's supposed to be. On vacation we went, everything was great, lasted for about 3 weeks and then it conked out again. And it's like, oh, what is going on? We checked the oil level. It doesn't have a dipstick in this for some bizarre reason. You have to check it on the stock and it was just not registering any oil. So put more oil in it and then wiggled it a bit and it was showing maximum plus 1 litre. So I thought, well, that's still working. So I took a litre out and it was still showing plus 1 litre. So I took another litre out, still showing plus 1 litre. So I decided it must be the electronic oil level sensor which sits at the bottom of the oil pan, so anytime you change it you have to drain the oil, refill it. So that's what I did. I got one off Amazon, that didn't work, and I thought, this is ridiculous. These things, the cheapest I could find on Amazon was like $120. So then I had a light bulb moment. Went to a scrapyard, auto salvage, and got 2 OEM BMW oil level sensors for like $30 for the 2. These things are like $700 each new. It's ridiculous. Anyway, plugged that in, put the correct amount of oil. This is costing a lot of oil, by the way. Every time I do this it's like 6.5 litres of oil. It's a lot of oil it takes. It's a big straight 6. So put the oil into the exact amount, new filter, blah blah blah. Put the ignition on, check the oil, maximum, perfect. Started it, and it seemed okay for about a week. And it's done it again. So I've decided it is an electrical issue going to that sensor. The other sensors were definitely dead, or at least the old one was. Or was it? Who knows? Anyway, I've decided it's an electrical issue, so I was underneath checking all the wires, and as you saw, I found this. Now, I actually think this is unrelated, but while I was underneath, I thought, what is this green stuff falling in my eyes? And obviously it's a corroded ground strap. So there's no harm in replacing this. I've already looked at all the wires that are underneath and given them a squirt of WD-40, and they all look clean enough, they all seem tight enough, there doesn't seem anything corroded. It might just be a dodgy plug connection, it might have been full of gunk. So I'm going to get a new one of these, and while I've got the car jacked up, I'll check for more straps. There's no point in going to the shops to get an earth strap to discover that I need the whole set. So let me do that, and then I'll go to the shops and see what I can get. That one's really quite brittle. If nothing else, this will help it start a lot easier, right? Right, I couldn't see anything else corroded underneath. So I nipped round to Canadian Tires, picked up this nice job. Nice and chunky. $10. Right, let me slap that on and give it a shot. Just in the off chance that this solves all my problems, I'll show you where it is. Kind of need to go in from this side and crawl away that way because my axles and jack stands are in the way. Did I say axles? I meant jack and jack stands. You know what I mean. Right, let me get under and I'll show you where it is. Right, we're crawling from the front to the back. Oh, that's not very bright. Let me put the light on for you. That's better. Okay, so this is the oil level sensor I was talking about. It sticks up that way. It's about that long, goes right up to the in the oil pan, or the sump as you guys will call it. I've already cleaned up this earth that goes from the sensor to there. I've checked those plugs there. I think they're the O2 sensors. They seem to be solid. So this earth that I'm about to fit goes from oh, forgotten. Hold on, where are we? Okay, you see that little hole there? Okay, it goes from there down to here. Okay, earth strap from there up to there, and that is connecting the engine mount to the frame of the car. So probably quite important, but as I say, it probably isn't going to solve this issue. I'm hoping that just cleaning up this wire, cleaning that surface where the earth goes, cleaning that, cleaning this. As I say, these wires look fine. We'll give it a shot, right? I'll see you top side. I thought I might as well show you where it's like fitted. So as I say, it goes from that point up to that point. So I think it's fairly important. I know it looks stretched, but it's not stretched. It's actually an inch longer than it was, so that should be fine. Because your engine will rock a little bit. That's fine. Right, top side. That trolley jack's always so noisy. Okay, I'm hoping that I don't need to reset the error code, because it didn't have an error code. It just had the big, massive engine warning light thing. So hopefully that's just magically disappeared. So let us find out, shall we? Right, here we go then. Oh, turn that down. So the massive light I was talking about would appear there. It's a big yellow thing, and it's kind of like oil with a slash through it, you know, like that. Oh boy. So you get the little engine warning light and you get the big one. But if I do the oil check test, which is up on this, what is it, 3 times oil, okay. And then I press the button on the end. Now it's currently showing 0 oil, but I found when you mess with this sort of stuff, it does tend to take a little while for that to register. So I'll bring you back when it registers oil, and we'll see if that horrible big light goes off. And also, I need to check that and see if that's a new thing, or if that goes off at the same time. Back soon. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention, I'm going to rev it, you know, floor the accelerator. That's as high as it goes. But as I say, it's not going to let me rev it higher than that until this oil situation sorts itself out. As you can see, it's still thinking about it. As I say, I'll bring you back in a minute. Well, the oil level sensor is working, but I still have the big horrible engine warning light. So if I do my little oil level test, it's showing maximum, which is where it's supposed to be. So I'm not quite sure why I've still got this, that and that. So time to break out the scan tool again. So I went onto internet because I was interested to know about the Valvetronic thing. Let me show you this. I found a video where a guy or a mechanic was repairing someone else's bodged attempts, and basically it turned out for the Valvetronic system is this, that smaller red wire there was not plugged in the car he was working on. I gave that a bit of a wiggle, and now miraculously when I put the foot down, and the engine warning light thing for the oil has gone off. I wonder if it's actually showing that I've got oil. Yeah, I've got max oil. So it's just this engine warning light now, which might just be stored for perpetuity, or whatever that word is. I might have to switch that off, or that is the coolant pump. Oh, who knows? It's never ending. But at the moment it's working. I'm still not confident to let him drive it to work. I'll need to drive it about a bit first to make sure that everything is a-okay. But that was interesting, that plug at the back just needed a wiggle, so I'll take that out and make sure the connections are all nice and clean. You know what, I think I'm going to have to join a BMW owners club to get to the bottom of this. I'm still not happy. It's just so many coincidences. So that big engine warning light was on, switched the car off, went to the back, wiggled with that plug, made sure it was in, came round, switched it on, it revs up, and that code has gone away, or the big engine warning light's gone away. Oil lights, the oil level's shown full. How could that, surely that's not connected. Too many coincidences. As I say, I think I need to join an actual club, because someone surely has experienced this nonsense with this car. Because apart from that, it runs really great. It's perfectly smooth and fast and sporty, but I can't have it breaking down on the highway when my son's trying to come home from work. That's just a nightmare, because it's always going to be rush hour, right? Any experience at all in this whole Vanos, Valvetronic business, let me know, because I'm completely clueless. Anyway, I'll give you an update tomorrow, see if it's still working. Bye!